Não vou finalizá-lo rápido, porque quero pegar a experiência de competição do tempo que eu fiquei parado. Lá para os 20, 25 minutos, eu finalizo ele do jeito que eu quiser na hora. Palavras do Gaudio. Então fique aí comigo para saber mais sobre isso. Antes de a gente ir para o vídeo, você já ouviu falar na BJJPROTECH? A BJJPROTECH é uma plataforma para você estudar jiu-jitsu e por menos de R$40 por mês, usando o meu cupom RAFA10, você ainda ganha 10% de desconto. Você consegue ter acesso a uma biblioteca cheia de posições, finalizações, que já teremos aulas no Gui, e também há uma aba que se chama Metodologia Kids e Metodologia Adulto, onde, se você é dono de uma academia, se você é professor, lá tem tudo mastigado, uma aula completa para você passar para os seus alunos. E tem como você acessar de duas formas, através do vídeo, que ele te dá o passo a passo de como você dar a aula, desde o aquecimento até o encerramento, ou também através do PDF, que quando você baixa, tem um plano de aula todinho para você passar para os seus alunos. Vou deixar aqui na descrição e no comentário fixado o link para você dar uma olhada, assim como também o meu cupom RAFA10. Estude Jiu-Jitsu, estude com a BJJPROTECH. Dia 1º de outubro teremos o RUS na Boa Noite dos Campeões, que vai ser transmitido pela Flow Grappling e está em jogo os cinturões das categorias. Na luta principal teremos o Contra contra o Patrick Gaudio, que está em jogo o cinturão do Contra de categoria acima de 205 libras, mais ou menos acima de 93 quilos. Na coluta principal teremos o Pedro Marinho contra o Rafael Lovato Jr., que está em jogo o cinturão do Pedro Marinho de categoria 205 libras, mais ou menos 93 quilos. A Rafa Guedes vai defender o seu cinturão que ela conquistou no RUS na One Championship 2021 contra a Natiele de Jesus. A Briana e a Elizabeth Clay vão disputar o cinturão de categoria até 145 libras e teremos dois GPs, um valendo o cinturão da categoria até 145 libras, que é mais ou menos uns 65 quilos, onde teremos o Baby Shark, Gabriel Souza, Keith Cricott e o Ash Williams, e um GP categoria 170 libras, mais ou menos uns 77 quilos, onde teremos o Mika Galvão, J-Rod, Hydrotect e PJ Bark em busca desse cinturão. A gente até já chegou a falar aqui no canal um pouquinho sobre cada um desses GPs. Se você não assistiu esse vídeo, eu vou deixar no final como sugestão para você. E muita gente tá criticando a luta principal. O Gordon, em uma entrevista para a Flow Grappling, falou por que ele quer essa luta e como vai fazer ela. A Flow deixou eu legendar e colocar aqui para vocês, se liga só.
All right, Gordon, so it's been a minute since you've been on Who's Number One. We're excited to have you back. Just overall, how's things been? What have you been up to out there?
Excited to be back. You know, obviously it's been a while since I competed because I was supposed to actually compete like 7 or 8 times this year. But in the beginning of the year, obviously I had to pull out of the Felipe match because I got super sick that week before. And then kind of right after that, we went to Abu Dhabi and I came back from Abu Dhabi and I got this like super strep throat that it took a month and a half. I was on like 4 different cycles of antibiotics, took like 45 days to cure it. And then they thought that the strep had colonized in my tonsils. So I had to get my tonsils taken out. And as they looked at my tonsils, they looked up my throat, or up my nose rather, and they saw that my septum was severely deviated. And they're like, you may as well do it at the same time. So that was like a month and a half where I couldn't train because I was still contagious with strep. And then I had like another 8 weeks where I couldn't train because of my nose. So it was not only a long time that I haven't competed, it was also one of the longest times that I wasn't training for. So I'm very happy to be back, very excited to just be back and just to be, you know, a little bit healthier and be able to have conversations and eat food, and I can like maintain some weight now. I'm still far from like being a healthy human being, but I'm definitely a lot better than I have been, and I've been pretty good since my tonsils have been out. So I'm just happy to be here, happy to be back, happy to be training, and happy to put on a show for the fans.
What made you want your return to be on Who's Number One? Was there anything specific that made you want to come to Who's Number One?
Well, you know, Who's Number One obviously puts on a phenomenal show. The production, just across the board, it's just, you know, I have a really good working relationship with Flo, and it's just great to be able to go out and compete for them and to see the fans. And also because I was supposed to do so many matches this year with Flo, I felt really bad that we just announced this, you know, this 1 year 7-figure deal, and then I was like sick for like literally half the year. So I just, you know, I want to come back and I want to compete as many times as I can, you know, for Flo and for just compete as many times as I can across the board from now until the end of the year. And I'm just hoping I can stay healthy while doing that. So we have like another, you know, 5 months or so in the year. So I'm hoping that through those months I can just stay healthy and just bang out competition after competition back to back, and then go strong into the new year and ADCC.
Yeah, so you're coming back, you're going to be competing against Patrick Gaudio. This is a guy that you and Patrick fought 2018 No-Gi Worlds, and you did get the win, but it was one of the, I think the only guy maybe, you didn't submit at 2018. I was just watching an interview from you back then, and you were talking about how you were furious that you couldn't get the submission on Gaudio. So what's special about this match for you?
Yeah, he wasn't the only guy that I didn't submit, but he's the last guy to almost beat me. So we fought at 2018 No-Gi Worlds, and with like 30 seconds left, he scored an advantage. It was 4-4. He scored an advantage, and he was up on an advantage. And in the last 30 seconds, I really picked the pace up, and I scored 2 advantages. So it was 4-4, and I beat him by 1 advantage. And it was a very close match, and it was definitely a nail biter in the crowd. Like every team, every head coach of every team kind of gathered. Like Andre was there. All the Gracie Baja guys were there, the Alliance guys were there, and they were all coaching against me, even though they weren't on the same team. So the crowd was going crazy. They thought he was going to beat me, and then I racked up 2 advantages, and I ended up winning the match, and then double golding, of course. But you can really build a story out of this match because he can make an argument like if I made one adjustment, one small adjustment here, one small adjustment there, I would have won that match. So I think him coming in, I think he's confident he can beat me, and my goal in this match specifically is to prove that, yes, everyone progresses in the sport, but people always talk about, like, oh, everyone just says Gordon progresses, but these guys get good. Why would Gordon get better faster than these guys? So my entire goal for this match is to prove that a guy that I haven't fought in 5 years, just to prove that there's no one in the world that progresses nearly as fast as me on a technical level. And this match is going to show that. I'm going to go out and this match is going to be non-competitive whatsoever. And you'll see in every different position that there's just no place where he can be competitive with me. Whereas before, it was very competitive in all positions. And so my goal of this match is to show people that there's no one in the sport on a technical level that can progress nearly as quickly as me.
Gotcha. It's going to be an interesting little experiment to watch unfold. I guess we've got to get out of here quick, but a couple more questions. One, how do you see this match playing out? Is this going to be a match where you're going to take it into deep waters? Is it going to go a long time? Do you see it ending quick? How do you see this match playing out, Patrick?
Well, I haven't competed in a long time, so I'm definitely going to stay out there, and I'm not going to try to finish them fast just because I want to get the competition experience and the mat time that I haven't had this year. So I'm definitely going to drag it out for 15, 20, 25 minutes, and then call my submission and finish him with whatever submission I decide to choose.
Gotcha. And then the last thing I want to ask you about, you got an interesting shirt here. You want to talk at all about what this shirt means or anything?
Yes. Actually, Hamdan just gave this to me today, and I was like, this is perfect for my interview. It says, "Stop copying me. You're not even doing it right." And it's just like every bootleg grappler out there, tries to run their mouth, or they try to do social media stuff, and it's just like, it's a joke, number one, because no one even can win more than 3 matches in a row. Like, Kainan's calling me out, and he's like, "Oh, this guy's afraid of me," and then just goes out and just gets murked by Marigali. And so everyone's running their mouth, but no one can actually do the hard part, which is win all the time. So, just be yourself. Definitely don't try to do what I do, because trust me, you can't do what I do. Any poor rendition of it just makes you look silly.
Anything else you want to say, Gordon?
No, I think that's about it. I'm happy to be back. Happy to put on a educational kind of masterclass for the fans, as I always do, and make the haters cry. So I'm very, very excited to be back and to be competing for this last half of the year.
Awesome. October 1st, looking forward to seeing you back on Who's Number One against Patrick Gaudio.
E agora eu te pergunto, você acha que o Gordon vai fazer exatamente isso que ele disse? Cozinhar a luta e finalizar na hora que ele quiser, do jeito que ele quiser? Me conta aqui embaixo a sua opinião.